Welcome to Anime Thoughts, where I, your anime thought, will lead you into discussion. Today's topic is the top 10 sports anime. I'm working on a new type of video about anime, so if you're interested, put notifications up so you can be the first to see it. Don't forget to yah yeet, and let's get started. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Relatively new, you get to experience something you may never get to see again. We have the one and only anime that is showcasing women's working out. But AnimeThoughts, there's like this anime that is the same. Shut the fuck up. So you might be asking, is it funny? Yes, let's be honest. Let me answer the real question. Is it ecchi? That's also a yes. Is this all the information you need? Probably. It actually has high ratings, so the plot is also good. Ace of Diamond. Now, when I decide to watch a sports anime, I typically think I should probably like the sport in general, but that's something you should never do, being that every sports anime is much more than just the actual sport you may or may not detest. Baseball is one of those sports for me that I just can't get into, but the show has a way of making me get into it. Pretty much, it's what you think, baseball, but seeing the MC struggle to reach his goal of being the ace on the team is entertaining. Ohido no Soda. I was a little afraid it would be a knockoff of Kuriko's basketball, but I am so glad I was wrong. Well, at least so far. We follow Soda, who is short, although he wants to be the very best that no one ever was. He finally gets on a team with nothing but a couple of punks. Although he is struggling to make them actually play basketball, most of the members of the basketball team seem to have potential. I'm honestly loving the build-up and the pacing, and we get 50 episodes for this season, so super duper cool. Megalobox, something I have already featured before, but it's boxing, and that's a sport. One and Oni-chans. Don't do that again? Okay, I won't. The world has evolved from just regular old boxing to a more messed up and technological whoop-ass. All the boxers have to put on these little Iron Man-like suits that increase the damage output by a lot. The MC is tired of fighting rigged fights, so he puts it all on the line to enter a tournament. It turns out that the gear he has can't really hold up, so for some fights, he doesn't have an Iron Man gear, which makes the show even better. Stars align. I don't know how all of these sports anime develop the characters so well, but every single one is just astonishing at how well they create suspense, the plot, and for some of them, the plot. Although we don't get the second plot I mentioned, we certainly get a wonderful anime. Pretty much the tennis team ain't no good, but with the help of a new student, they all start to grow, getting better and better as each episode ends. Like all of these, it's really high rated, so get your grubby hands on the anime and freaking watch it. Run with the wind. Do the words university excite you? Well, they sure do for me. It's always a high school and never college, and it's annoying because it reminds me of my high school days. Let's just say no one, except for the popular kids, want to remember the good old days. Sorry for the rant. So this is a running anime, if you couldn't tell by the title. Pretty much only 2 of the dudes have experience with competitive running, but they still have a goal of participating in one of the biggest running events with only just a few months to prep. Hajime no Ippo. Personally, my favorite purely because I love seeing people beat the crap out of each other. I don't like seeing people die, don't get me wrong, and this is precisely why this is my favorite. The MC decides to join a boxing dojo where he strives to be the champion of his division. If you're short, like me, and stocky, like me, you just might find yourself admiring this man. He struggles and struggles, making progress through each difficult opponent. I love this anime. Sarune. I'm probably saying that really wrong. I had to find a sport anime that we might not be used to in America that was also good. I think not knowing how a sport is played brings a lot of curiosity as well as entertainment value that you can't find in other shows I listed. This sport is archery. Most of us don't follow an archery-based sport yearly, so I really like the freshness I get from insert the name of the anime because I feel like I'm going to mispronounce it. Minato stopped being an archer, but after some pressure, he decides to join the Kyoto sport again. Like all the other sports anime, he is striving to win the ultimate tournament. Kuriko's basketball. A long time ago, once lived the great and perfect basketball players, but after the Fire Nation, aka high school, they were no more. All of them went to different schools, and we get to follow the weakest one of the greats. He just passes the ball. That's all he does. But he does it so well. I can't believe how entertaining the anime was, but let me tell ya, you're really missing out if you don't watch Kuriko's basketball. Kuriko has to learn new strategies and all that jazz to compensate for his weakness. 10 out of 10 sandwiches. Haikyuu. Volleyball isn't a sport you would think you could get into unless it's high school and you're in the stands watching the girls play, but other than being a creep, volleyball is really amazing. Well, at least the show has made me realize the fact, if anything, Hinata, and no, we're not talking about the adorable Byakugan user, has always dreamed of being the little guy that destroys all the selfish tall dudes that took all our calcium when we were younger. Other than the hatred me and him share towards tall people, the anime is very thrilling, keeps you on the edge of the seat, and makes you side with the bad guys a billion times in the show. Why do they do this? I don't know why, but it's still a really good show. That's all the time we have for today. I want to thank my sponsors that make my dream possible. Wait, I don't have any? That's okay. I still think G Fuel would be an awesome sponsor so I can be like my senpai, PewDiePie. I have a Discord if you lot are interested. I just want to give a big thanks to everyone that support me. It's extremely encouraging. With all that being said, I will see you weebs when I see you.